Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's so awesome to see all these conversations. It probably would be way better if I just wasn't talking, right? So you guys could just continue. Yeah, Kathy's already telling me, yeah, that's pretty much it. So our wonderful Dean, Kathy Hendrickson, Jerry Seconds. Do I have a third? No. There we go. So I am the proud director of Alumni Relations and Development for the campus. My name is Troy Nellis. I welcome all of you to the fiscal 22 scholarship reception. So that's fall 2021, spring 22. That's how we look at that. That's how it gets that FY22 piece. And I want to welcome all donors, students, faculty, administrators for your attendance here today. A phenomenal event. We always love seeing all these smiling faces. This is what we do this for, right? This is what scholarships is about. It's about bringing everybody together. I love the idea of having our donors together with our students. Our administrators are here. Dr. Garcia is here with us. Many of our deans have joined us. I know Narita and Kathy are here. So always a wonderful, wonderful event. And it's really about achievement, right? In the donor generosity, community supporting community. That's what this is all about. Our theme this year is Dreams Do Come True. Why did we settle on that? Because I saw that in a lot of the narratives that I saw from our students. Incredible, beautiful, powerful narratives of how much this is meant to you, how much this is going to help you get to that next level of achievement, and that's what our donors want to do too. That's what they want to do. They want to make sure that you succeed. So many of them are here today joining you. You guys are going to have a photo opportunity. You can see our beautiful backdrop here, and you'll have a photo with Dr. Garcia, and also our president of the foundation is here. Stacy, where are you at? Way in the back corner there. There's Stacy Haugen. Does a marvelous job as our foundation president, and she'll be up here for that photo opportunity too. Now, I will tell you, not all donors are here, so we'll do our best. We also can tell you that some students weren't able to come. In fact, remarkably, I had a fair amount tell me they were sick today, which is troubling and scary, but it's kind of the time that we're in. So prayers for them, and hopefully they'll feel better really, really soon. You guys heard the theme song. It was probably not so easy to hear above all the talk, which is way more important, but I picked that out intentionally. It's Don't Stop Believing by Journey. My very first job, believe it or not, my friends know this, was I was a DJ. I love radio, and I love music, so I wanted to pick out a song that would resonate with people. And that song came out way back in 1982, but it shares a message of positivity when you look at Don't Stop Believing by Journey. It's about, for listeners, following their dreams when you're hearing that song. Its central message is everything's going to be okay. Everything will be all right. Even though you may encounter roadblocks in your journey, you're going to ultimately find success. And that's why I wanted to grab that song today. I want to personally thank every donor today for your vision, your philanthropic vision, your altruism, your generosity. And I want to thank every student today and congratulate you heartily. This is the best part of my job, right? Being able to award scholarships to each and every one of you. I'm proud of every one of you. I've been here for 15 years at North Hennepin. I love this school, and I love our students. I see Mr. Stahl smiling out there. We used to be in the Student Success Program together. That's what this is about, and we celebrate your achievement each and every day. Also, I want to thank all of our administrators, Dr. Garcia, Dean Hendrickson, Dean Narita Hughes, if she's here right now. I saw her name on the list. But I want to thank you for being here and really sharing in this journey for our students, right? How important is it that you're here because you're a huge part of their success as well. So I'm going to have the amazing Brittany Kaiser turn the next slide here. Because what I'd like to do is I'd like to share a couple of numbers with you. This is just something really simple, right? So basically this year we had 63 individually named scholarships. A number of the donors are here today. Also, this has resulted in collectively 163 scholarship awards for this year. You can see that nice big number up there, right? It's a fantastic number coming back to all of you, our students, to help you in your success and be able to get you to that next stage in your life. So, it is my extreme pleasure right now to welcome to the stage the president of North Hennepin Community College, Dr. Rolando Garcia.
Hello, hola, y bienvenidos. I'm Dr. Rolando Garcia, president of North Hennepin Community College, and I'm very proud to welcome our student recipients, our donors, our NHCC alums, the NHCC leadership here, our NHCC board members, and honored guests. I want to thank our foundation board members for your support, and I want to acknowledge your selfless contributions of time, energy, and love to raise funds to support our amazing students. Gracias. To our scholarship donors, I want to personally thank you for your generous gifts. Your contributions support the hopes and dreams of our students, their families, and this community. Muchas gracias. Some of you know that I am a first-generation college graduate. Not only that, but I was first in my household to graduate from elementary, middle school, high school, college, and earn a doctorate. A lot of things had to go right for that to happen to a child of Cuban immigrants in a new country with a different language, different customs, traditions, and expectations. I had amazing support from so many people in my life that included donors from various foundations, so that I could have the scholarships and grants I needed to pursue a college education. Without the financial support, I don't know what my life would look like, or the lives of the folks I've been able to touch throughout my journey. I say that so that our donors know that your gift has a multiplicative effect. The lives you touch can go on to touch many others. Creating an opportunity for even just one student can have a long and lasting impact on your community. To the student recipients today, enjoy this special occasion. Know that you are loved and appreciated, and you have many people cheering you on. Your success is our success, and we believe in you. Make a difference and pay it forward. Adelante. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Garcia. Always inspiring. Appreciate your comments. And it is now my pleasure to welcome to the stage the Foundation President for North Hennepin Community College, Stacy Haugen.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, students, donors, alums, leaders, honored guests. My name is Stacy Haugen, and I'm humbled and proud to serve as the president of the NHCC Foundation Board. I'm grateful to be here with you today in person, even though we have to put our mask on. There's nothing quite like seeing students get awarded for their hard work and meeting their generous benefactors. I'm especially humbled to be here in what marks the Foundation's 40th anniversary year. I received my education here at NHCC. I started a career in fundraising work. In full circle, I'm back here now celebrating 40 years of fundraising work from the Foundation on behalf of students. Truly, truly humbled. Wow, what did I do right? This day is extra special because with us today is NHCC's first president, Dr. John Helling. Honored to have you here. Dr. Helling, all these years ago, or just a few years ago, invited community leaders to join in educating those in their communities. As a result, they created the NHCC Foundation, and they held their first board meeting in 1981. Also with us is Mr. Eldon Tessman, one of our first generous benefactor also, and one of the Foundation's first board members. And we also have another current board member with us today, Mr. Dave Kaiser, here in the back, and our immediate past president. So honored to follow in your footsteps. Dr. Helling, Mr. Tessman, we all on the board are honored to follow in your footsteps and try to carry out your original mission. Close to 100 members of our community have served on the foundation board over this time, and they have raised over $8 million in support of students at NHCC. That's amazing. Scholarships have always been the cornerstone of the foundation's work. The first scholarships were awarded in 1983, and there were 2. Today we have 63 endowed and annual scholarships, some awarding multiple students every single year. This is not at all possible without the generous donors in this room, such as yourselves. You are truly what makes this day special. We honor you today and we thank you. Students receiving scholarship awards, enjoy this special day, enjoy time with your donors, and be proud of your accomplishments, and know that you are deserving of these awards. Our immediate past president, Mr. Dave Kaiser, who I just introduced you to, once said at a previous scholarship reception that foundation board members are many things. We are cheerleaders, cheering for our students. We are researchers. We are fundraisers. And we are matchmakers. Today is the best example of the last one, matchmakers. So I'm going to turn this back over to Troy briefly, wherever he is. But I look forward to being back up here and with you shortly and showing you some of the very best donor-student matchmaking around. And to keep with the theme, I hope all your dreams do come true. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Stacy. I don't know if you caught this, she's a 1997 alum of the campus. So you can see some incredible students all the time coming from North Hennepin. I also wanted to mention with Stacy's comments that the 40th anniversary of the foundation is this year. 1981, the foundation started. Pretty exciting. So wanted to mention that. Thank you so much, President Haugen, for your comments. Wonderful. Always inspirational to hear you. Thank you so much. And so I'm going to just delay for a second. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I don't have to delay now. That's good. So I wanted to just make a couple of comments here quickly about kind of the order of things today. So with the donors and the students, we're going to actually have you line up over here. And what we'll do is we'll have you line over on this side. And you're going to be taking photos with your donor, with Dr. Garcia, with President Haugen. So as you hear your name being called and you see your name up on the slide, I wanted to reach out to every student, and of course, efforts are not always successful to get a hold of every student, so we try to represent every one of you on a slide, but some of the slides will only have the name of the individual, just because we weren't able to get the picture and the contact from them. But just wanting to let you know, we want to acknowledge everybody, so you're going to see a little bit of a dynamic like that. There is a word balloon that'll pop up if the student, and I don't know, I know some of them have spontaneously maybe showed up, so that's why that happened. We didn't connect with you on a picture, but for the photo opportunity today, you'll be right up here against the backdrop with your donor and our officials, and you'll get a nice little keepsake. And in addition to that, I'm going to go ahead and have Brittany go ahead and turn the slide there. So you can see eventually here what, let's go to the scholarship slide real quick, Brittany. Let's just hit that. You'll see that piece right there. And that scholarship is what that certificate is going to look like. Those are behind us here. We'll go ahead and distribute those out to you, and then you'll be able to get your photo opportunity as well. So in saying that, I'm going to have Brittany go back. Thanks, Brittany. I am really honored to have a student speaker here today. Impact is defined as having a strong effect on something or someone. When I first heard Kathy's long, arduous journey, her life story of how she became a student here at North Hennepin, I knew that I had my impact speaker for sure. Such a powerful story. I want to simply say to you that I'm very inspired by her story. I'm reminded of the endurance of the human spirit to be able to persevere in spite of tremendous odds. I don't want to steal her thunder. Kathy, are you, you must be right there. Oh, I see her. Okay, good. I got the thumbs up you were here. I just had to locate where you were at. So Kathy's story is amazing. So please, without further ado, welcome to the stage, Kathy Mankey.
For somebody who's only done Zoom college the last couple of years, this is a little daunting. It's funny you picked Journey, Don't Stop, because One of my favorite memories is I took 5 teenagers to Valley Fair in the middle of August. 5 teenagers. And we listened to tunes all the way down there, and it was great. And the one song that we all connected on, and my kids who are, born in 2001 and 2002, they knew all the words, and we were just blasting it, and it's one of my favorite memories that I always hang on to. Okay, I have a lot of notes. We're going to do this. So, I'm Kathleen Mankey. I am a non-traditional 38-year-old student who never in a million years thought that I would be here. I really struggled with the theme of, dreams do come true, because I never dreamed that I would be up here. 18 months ago, I was offender 245484. I was a prisoner. And I never thought that I would be able to be where I am. Oh, I'm so not gonna cry. But I was more than a prisoner, though, too. I was a mom, and I was a daughter, and I was a partner, and I was, and now I'm a chef, and I'm I'm a competitor and a workaholic, and I was also a drug addict and an alcoholic and a neurodivergent. That's the new term for people with mental health issues. So I was so much more. But in my life, I've gone through so many obstacles. And it didn't really start that way. I grew up in a very normal 2-parent household in suburbia with loving parents, and I was always so fortunate. But there was always something a little odd about me. I didn't always have a lot of consistent friends, and I was always just in enough trouble to be troublesome, but not enough to be super obvious. My life was impacted by substance abuse in my 20s. I started out having a surgery, and a surgery turned into another, which turned into a addiction to controlled substances. And I thought it always came in a little pill bottle, it wasn't a drug. And it rolled into one addiction after another, and one jail stay after another. I've been to jail more times than I could possibly count. I've been to prison 3 times now. And where I'm standing today is very rare for a person like me. The rate of recidivism to the Minnesota Department of Corrections is so high. Within the first 3 years, 68% of all released prisoners have already committed a new crime. Not offended on their old crime, but committed a new one. It's so rare to have somebody be a success story after they come out. And as you're in prison and you go to groups that you have these people talking that they made it, and you think, that's not going to be me. There's just no way. It's so easy to just slip back into your old life. It's so simple. How could you possibly do anything above and beyond? But when I went to prison the 3rd time, it was a much longer stay. I spent 2 years this time. And I decided when I was there, this was going to count for something. I was not going to waste my time. I was not going to sleep away my time, because I was away from my kids and my family and everything that was important to me. I made my time count. I joined a dog program where I trained service dogs. I had a dog that lived in my cell with me all the time. I did parenting programs. I worked out like a crazy person. I did yoga all the time, and I made my time count. I found out, I tried to find a goal of what I wanted to do, and I started out simple. I'm like, I'm going to be a welder. I'm going to go through the program and be a welder. And I went to a program within the prison where it was like a job search, hearing speakers, and I was talking to somebody from the Department of Commerce. And when I told him I wanted to do, I told him I like to build things. I like to figure out how it's built. I love the show How It's Made on the Science Channel. I could watch that for hours, like for real. And he said, you don't want to be a welder. you want to be an engineer. And as soon as he said that, it just clicked. That was what I was going to do. I was going to be an engineer. And that's where I'm going, is I'm a pre-engineering major, and eventually I will go to, oh my gosh, that word. I will transfer, thank you. Thank you. God, I'm nervous. I will transfer to the University of Minnesota and hopefully major in civil engineering, but I really want a strong environmental structure within it. I apologize. I'm just so nervous. Thank you. There were a lot of obstacles to overcome. I had loans, student loans from my early 20s that I never finished, that were in like 10 years of default. I had to pay that on prison wages. I made approximately 50 cents per hour, working 36 hours a week. And all of that went towards my default. And if I made so many payments, even though it was like $5 a month, I was just paying $5 a month, which actually was really hard to do. Even just coming up with envelopes to be able to send that $5 was really difficult to do. But I did it. And I was able to pull myself out of default. And it wasn't just that, though. There were social workers in the way. There were lawyers in the way. There were parole agents in the way. There was, I don't drive. How is this all going to come together? And for somebody like me, Zoom has been a way for me to blossom. It has given me opportunities that I would have never, ever had. Driving the 40 minutes, I live in Buffalo, Minnesota. That's 40 minutes away. There was no way I could drive here. I don't even have a driver's license. And having that opportunity has opened up new avenues for me that I never thought possible. And for me, being in a room of a bunch of 18-year-olds, well, mostly, my ethics class last semester was a majority of 18-year-old students. I would have never spoken up in class. But I was able to speak up and share my mind. And for a while, it just kind of seemed like it was just me and the professor talking for about 3 hours once a week. I definitely overtook that. And securing financial aid when I first got here. As a parolee, there was some question whether I would ever be able to get grants or scholarships or financial aid. And there's no way that I could have paid this on my own. I talked to the director of financial aid, thank you. See, this is why it has to be a two-person thing. You have to have another person up here to just give me the words, because it just escapes me. As somebody with ADHD, my mind just goes in 1,000 different directions at the speed of light. That's why I couldn't actually have a script, because my mind goes way faster than my mouth can go, which is actually kind of shocking. But having a script, I get lost on the page. So it's going to be a kind of a tangent of rants here and there. So we'll just piece it all together. But the director of financial aid told me that I was only the second person in her 11 years to have to even question whether I would get financial aid as a parolee. That's telling me that women and men who are coming out of prison are not changing their behaviors, changing their lives. They're just going back to the exact same thing. And I know so many women who are strong, powerful women, and when they're sober, they're great. They're great women who support each other, and yet they keep going back because it's easy and it's simple, and you don't have to work that hard to do it. And even after you pay your debt to society, it's not over. It's never over. The ability to have a job is very difficult. I can't get a job at Walmart. I can't get a job at McDonald's because when they run my background check, I don't qualify. I can't get an apartment on my own. I can't get an apartment, period, because I don't qualify. It's unreal that I've paid my debt to society, but yet I still have to continue to pay. I'm still taken away from things. This scholarship, the money is great. I really appreciate the money, I really do. But it's really not the thing that makes it come true for me. It's the validation that I have worked my butt off every single day. I've pushed myself. I have 2 jobs. I'm a full-time chef, a part-time server, a full-time mom, and a full-time student. I don't sleep. It's okay. I haven't slept in a while. But I've worked my butt off every single day to get here. And that validation that I am doing everything right is exactly what I needed. To keep me sober, to keep me safe, to keep me from being around those people who will bring me back down, from keeping me from the people who tear down that I'm going to school. You know, why do you go to school? What's it ever going to get you? Go be a construction worker, you make $30 an hour. But that's not what I want to do. It's not where I want to go in life. I want to be more. And maybe that's what I've always been searching for since I was a child, is I always want more. And now I've found a way to funnel it into something productive. The scholarship, it was something I worked really hard for. I put a lot of effort into my essays, and I wanted it so bad because I wanted that validation. Excuse me. That I was good enough. And I'm so appreciative of it. Sorry. So, let's talk about my future. My future. I would like to be a civil engineer who is going to be at the forefront of my field. I've told Troy about my crazy rants. Population is growing at an exponential rate. It's crazy. And our climate is also changing at an exponential rate. In America, it's like we sweep it under the rug. We just don't talk about climate change or the environment or, garbage or, ooh, we recycle. It's really just never going to be enough. And I'm going to do a mini rant here. If you took a map of the world and you put red dots for all the populations, they're going to be mostly around the edges of every body of land. Because that's where people use their resources. And those people are going to have to move in. They're going to have to squish in further because as that land disappears, we have to find space for more people. And as a civil engineer, I want to take structures that exist and oh boy, I better say this correctly because I did a really good job. I want to design, renovate, and build structures using recycled, environmentally safe, ethically obtained, and biodegradable materials that have function but also keep the integrity of the design. What that really means is I want to take old buildings and make them green. Let's call it green. Functional. I want to make space for people. I want to bring clean water in. And it's not just finding space with people. It's building new roads for people to get to their jobs. It's bringing water in to hydrate all these people. And water. Think of our water. There are 30 parts of plastic for every drop of water in the Boundary Waters. In the Boundary Waters, one of the cleanest places. I remember going there as a kid in Girl Scouts, and we'd carry our canoes and we'd complain the whole way. Oh my gosh, it was awful. It was hot. It was July. It was lots of bugs. It was awful. But it was beautiful. And water is going to be in short supply at some point. And I want to be a person who's at the forefront of my field, who's bringing water to people. And I mean, just something as simple as water. Who gets excited about water? It sounds a little crazy. But I'm going to do it. And this scholarship brings me one step closer. And it pushes me to take another semester, to apply for more scholarships next year. If I did it this year, I can do it again next year, and the year after, and the year after. And maybe I won't have financial debt up to my eyeballs, because as a non-traditional student, I understand how much money I'm spending. maybe an 18-year-old who's coming out of high school doesn't really comprehend how much they're going to spend on their education. I fully understand how much this is costing me, and not just financially. The sacrifice of my children, of my family, the time, the energy, the effort. When my 5-year-old, who's adorable and talks way more than I do. I mean, it's unreal. It's like he doesn't shut off. And when I have to tell him that I'm doing homework, he just gets so upset. He just wants to, interrupt me. But someday he's going to appreciate it, because he's going to have braces, or, I'm going to be able to provide the things that I would have never been able to provide as a drug addict or an alcoholic or in jail or prison, or even as a restaurant hospitality worker. It's time to get a big girl job for me. And I'm so honored by being chosen. I am proud of myself, and I don't think I really did my story justice like Troy got to read, because I'm not as good in person. But I am so appreciative to everybody, and I don't think there's a way that I can close this by helping you understand what this means. 18 months ago, I was sitting in a jail cell. We were all locked down because of COVID, and it was awful. And today I get to run outside, and I get to do what I want. And that's a luxury I didn't know if I'd ever have. So these are my 2 oldest children. My 5-year-old isn't on there. That's Lucas and Emily. And they are totally cool people. So they are my best work. So I'm going to close with that. So thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Wasn't that inspiring? How's that for impact? I give you Kathy Mankey. She's going places, you can tell. Yeah, the passion, the determination, the drive, Kathy, you're going to take it all the way. Yep, and your friends here at North Hennepin will be here with you the whole way too. Going to make me cry. Okay, so now the moment you've all been waiting for. The scholarship ceremony commences. It's my pleasure right now to welcome to the stage the Executive Director of the North Hennepin Community College Foundation, Mr. Dale Faegre.
Where are you?
Yeah.
You go first?
Yeah, so Dale and I, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do a combination here of being able to give you your certificate and kind of facilitate the photo opportunity. One thing that I wanted to highlight with your masks, do wear your masks when you come up for the photos. I think it would be, respectful to your neighbors and your colleagues. So when you're taking your photo, feel free to leave your mask on. If anybody's uncomfortable with that, certainly you can let us know. But that's how we'll facilitate the photo opportunity for you. And I want to start by leading with actually our first 2 most prestigious awards here at the campus. It's really my honor, starting with Jerry Sandvig. Jerry has been a longtime supporter of the foundation. The Jerry Sandvig Baccalaureate Endowed Scholarship is one of our most prestigious scholarships that we have. Jerry gives $5,000 every year to a student, and that actually transfers to your 4-year degree. And we're really fortunate today to have Jerry with us. He's right here at table 3. Jerry, maybe you can wave for the folks. Thank you. And Jerry, I want to give you his bio because it's incredibly impressive. He was a history professor here, emeritus, a former department chair, a former liberal arts dean, and his wife, Linda Lund Sandvig, is a graduate of North Hennepin Community College. This scholarship is in honor of Elizabeth Guiney Sandvig, a founding member of the North Hennepin Community College's English department. And the Jerry Sandvig Baccalaureate Award goes to Jael Mongi. She's a construction management major. Jael is here. And Jael and Jerry, if I could have you guys come up. And we're going to take a photo opportunity here with Dr. Garcia and President Haugen. Jael is a construction management major, and she is actually on to the U of M for her construction management program, which is a 4-year degree. I've got to share with you, she's got a 4.0 grade point average here at North Hennepin. Incredibly impressive. And what's even more impressive about Jael, I've known her a long time. She's received a scholarship every year that I've been here. I told you I've been here 15 years, but I came to this job in 2018, and she has been getting a scholarship every single time, which is incredible to me. She comes from the Democratic Republic of the Congo and spoke no English when she first came to the United States. An inspiring story, just like Kathy's story, of perseverance, of a hard journey that has led to amazing success. Jael, congratulations. And I'm also honored to tell you that our second most prestigious award at the campus is Dr. John Helling and his wife Sandra. They are here with us today. President Helling was the president of the college from 1967 to 1990. They are participating in absolutely everything still at North Hennepin Community College. I am inspired by both of you all of the time. Your generosity, your giving of time, your philanthropy, and your engagement is absolutely incredible, and I want to give a round of applause to John and Sandra. The John F. Helling Endowed Scholarship Award this year goes to Mai Vang. Mai is here with us today as well. I'll have Mai and Dr. Helling and Mrs. Helling come up to our stage here. Maybe Bethany, you can give them maybe a hand too, if you wouldn't mind. That'd be great. And I want to tell you a little bit about Mai, why we're getting them up to the stage here for their photo opportunity. She's a business transfer pathways major who wants to be a business consultant or an analyst. She's presently getting her degree at Metro State, so she's in a 4-year program there. Both of these awards, the Sandvik Award and the Helling Award, go to students who are graduating from the college, so everybody out here in the audience who hasn't yet graduated is a scholarship recipient. You should absolutely be applying for the Jerry Sandvig and John Helling scholarships. Up to $7,500 transfers to a 4-year program for you. You'll apply for that in your final semester at the college. So that would be the spring semester, and that will transfer to your 4-year degree. So we're still taking a photo here. Look at how cool that is. That's wonderful. Good. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. So, it's my honor now to talk about the Alan LePage Scholarship. Peggy, I know you were planning to be here. I'm kind of scanning the audience here. No? Okay. So Peggy is a great friend of mine. She's a former biology faculty member here at the campus. She established the Alan LePage Second Chance Scholarship to honor her son, along with her husband, Jeff. Both Peggy and Jeff are great philanthropists of the campus. Their son, Alan, unfortunately succumbed to addiction. And they have very generously given 4 awards this year. They do that every single year. Alan was a wonderful young man. I can be emotional about that too, Kathy. And so I want to celebrate you, Kathy, again, because as our impact speaker, I wanted to talk a little bit about you, just in case the audience missed that. She's a pre-engineering major. She's going to go on to civil engineering at the University of Minnesota and wants to land a job in environmental stewardship. So that's one of our awardees. Congratulations, Kathy. I'm going to have you join us up here as well. And then Abby, if you want to come up too. Abby Haley. Thank you. Yep, thank you. Yeah, I do. Okay. I do, yep. Yep, Abby Haley is a paralegal, and she's also receiving this wonderful award. And I don't, yeah, must be, there we go, okay, good. So I wanted to share with Abby about Abby. She wants to grow with a professional company. She says she wants to fight for dismantling the current unjust policies currently happening in this country, whether that be in criminal justice, in housing, in education, or healthcare systems. Her goal is to work toward part of the change where these systems will offer equality for all. And you'll also notice on the slide that Abby, Abby, I got to celebrate your awards every year again since 2018 that I've been here. She's received an award, a top student. She is receiving a coveted second award this year. The Dr. Barbara J. Johnston Endowed Scholarship for Reentry Women was established in honor of Dr. Barbara Johnson, another great friend of mine. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here with us. She's suffering from Alzheimer's right now, but a wonderful lady. And Abby ended up getting that award as well. And then as well as Samantha Peterson and Casey Johnson were awardees this year too for the Alan LePage Second Chance Scholarship. And Samantha, are you here? Yeah. Wonderful. I saw you smile. I thought I recognized your face. Samantha, come on and join us. I'm just going to remind everybody again for students, if you see your slide up, you can definitely come forward, kind of stand up here at the podium and wait for your photo opportunity. So, wonderful. So while they're taking those photos, I did have a little bit more to share about Abby as well. So her plan is to obtain a job as a paralegal on the criminal justice side while continuing her education at Concordia College in St. Paul in their public policy baccalaureate program. And while we're taking that photo opportunity, I'm going to welcome back to the stage our Executive Director of the Foundation, Mr. Dale Faegre, who is going to talk about community partner scholarships of the campus. Dale?
Thank you, Troy. Now it's my turn. Okay. The NHCC Foundation is fortunate to have the support of a number of community partners and businesses who are investing in NHCC and its students, helping to pave the way to success for many of our amazing NHCC students. And our first generous community partner today is Luther Toyota of Brooklyn Park, who opened their scholarships to all NHCC students and majors. And Luther Toyota's 2 scholarships are awarded to Catherine Flores Gomez, who has 2 majors, English Academics Purposes Certificate and the Liberal Arts. She wants to become a clinical psychologist and open her own practice for low-income people. After NHCC, she plans to complete her studies at the U of M. And Hugh Wynn is a computer science major who wants to specialize in cybersecurity, but also work in the areas of secondary data entry, web development, and Stack Overflow. Are either of them here today? Catherine? Congratulations, Catherine. The next partnership is with the Kopp Family Foundation. It's well known in Minnesota for its expansive philanthropic vision. The legacy of Leroy Lee Kopp, who unfortunately passed away in October of 2020, but he had a relentless commitment to encouraging students to attend college. The Kopp Family Foundation have demonstrated their commitment to this charge by providing nearly $1 million in scholarships annually to high school and college students. NHCC is humbled by the personal investment made by the Kopp Family Foundation and what they do annually for us. This year, through 18 $2,000 scholarships they've provided, but they also provide Random Acts of Kindness program that yearly awards $20,000 or more to students experiencing an emergency or a crisis that could otherwise prevent them from completing their education. Our first 5 recipients are Sherry Traugott. Sherry here today?
Sherry is. Yep.
Please come forward. Sherry wants to support our communities by supporting families after dissolution. The second student is Hannah Fingsten. Is Hannah here today? Hannah is pursuing an AS in education and wants to become a certified child life specialist, and then will transfer to Concordia St. Paul to get her bachelor's in child development. Elise Hadley, who is studying to be an elementary teacher, she plans to transfer to a 4-year to gain her bachelor's degree. And Beth Vang, a health science broad field major who hopes to apply for the nursing program soon and complete her studies by the spring of 2023. And following this, she plans to jump straight into the field and begin her journey to helping people in providing support services and care to those in need. And finally, Samantha Peterson. Samantha here today? Come on up. Yes, you were already here once. Yes. And just a reminder, she's an English major headed to law school after college.
Okay. So I'm going to remind everybody that on the COP presidential scholarships, we'll do a group shot possibly here. We can do one with Samantha right now. I know, Sherry, you were here. I was talking to you earlier, so maybe she just stepped out for a moment. But just a reminder again, you can come right up to the stage, and as soon as you see your slide, we'll take a picture and a photo opportunity. So it is my pleasure now to announce there are 18 total awards here, so we've got quite a few from COP. Hannah Dornbush is a double major in accounting and computer science. She plans to use this degree in an entrepreneurial way. Oh, there she is. I see Sherry. She's back. Sherry, you can come on up. And she said she also is interested in maybe working remotely, which I think, Kathy, you had mentioned, you know, that the pandemic has kind of been a boom for a study, and I appreciated that comment, and I think that's a goal of Hannah. Hannah is another multiple-time recipient. I've given her an award every single year that she's been here. And she also is the happy recipient of the Mini Analytics Scholarship. The Mini Analytics Group offers scholarships to undergraduate students who pursue a passion in the career of analytics and a commitment to engagement in the community. Hannah's a double awardee this year. Marcy Fink, I believe you are here. Hi, Marcy. Yeah, I saw Marcy out there. She's a nursing major. She has an end goal of receiving her BS in nursing and becoming an RN at a local hospital. Isaac Augenbach is also a nursing major. He hopes to be in the nursing, practice nursing, I should say, in the Indian subcontinent. Mia Jansen, another nursing student who wants to work with young children after having a short hospital, who have short hospital stays. And she is interested in engaging with those young patients. And that's what she wants to do to make them more comfortable, so that's her aspiration. And Sarah Wood is also a nursing major. She presently works at North Memorial, she tells us, and she plans to stay there, but thinks that she might start to travel a little bit as well. So we have Dale coming back up right now, and Dale's going to announce the others.
Okay. Yes, this next recipient is Alexander Schutt, who is a computer science major who wants to work in network security or system administration and then transfer to Metro State. Then there's Ernestine Cheetah, who is studying nursing, then will continue on to Metro State. She dreams of being a nurse practitioner someday, where she would ultimately work in a children's hospital or a pediatric unit. Mariela Villanova Rosas, also in nursing, who wants to work as a nurse caring for patients. Johnny Brevard is here. Oh, there she is. Okay. Her goal is to become a computer software engineer for one of the FANG companies. And Samuel Quirmolo, who is a computer science major and aspires to work with NGOs, government sectors, and schools to be a great help to people around the world. Another one of our incredible community partners is Mainsville Services of Brooklyn Park, whose vision is a world where people live with meaning and purpose. They are a longtime supporter of NHCC through scholarships as well as an annual yearly partner for our President's Cup Golf Classic each summer, and a force to reckon with on the golf course, let me tell you. They know how to hit the ball. This year, Mainsville has provided 6 scholarships collectively to students in our computer science and human services programs. Our student scholarship recipients of Mainsville's computer sciences scholarships are Michael Ha, who wants to become a web development or software engineer, Heather Claude, who sees her career options as endless but has her sights set on a front-end web development position, but plans regardless to join the workforce right away. Also joining us today is Brandon View, and he's a computer science major as well. Are any of these other folks here today? Yeah. Brandon, Heather? Okay. And finally, receiving one of the Mainsville Human Services Scholarships is C. Itona Bartekwa. And she is getting her Human Services degree from NHCC and then headed to her 4-year degree at Metro State University. Our next community sponsor is the Pro-Am Foundation at Edinburgh, USA in Brooklyn Park, who support a number of local nonprofits and charities in the North Twin Cities Metro, to which NHCC is a grateful recipient of these dollars, and they offer 2 scholarships to any NHCC major. And the awardees of the Edinburgh, USA Pro-Am Foundation are Catherine Smith, who is double majoring in psychology and human services, and who wants to be a human resource manager. Vicki, she's following in your footsteps. And additionally, Morris Jabata, who has received this wonderful award from Edinburgh. 2 civic organizations generally give to the foundation, and I'm personally proud to be a member of the Brooklyn Park Rotary. This organization has been giving to North Hennepin for as long as there's been a campus here, I believe. And the Rotary is a place where neighbors, friends, and problem solvers share ideas, join leaders, and take action to create lasting change. And then there's the Osseo Lions, who empower volunteers to serve their communities, meet humanitarian needs, and encourage peace and understanding. Both of these groups generously give 2 scholarships at NHCC. Kaylee Korcher is pursuing a certificate in video game programming and hopes to develop games for the public or become an employee of Google. and received this year's Brooklyn Park Rotarian Foundation Scholarship, along with Gabrielle Cantois, who is a nursing major and wants a career in critical care and is the recipient of the Osseo Lions Career Change Grant Endowed Scholarship. Our next partner is Thrivent Financial, whose slogan is, "Life is better when it's filled with purpose," and lives this statement through their generosity to scholarships at NHCC. Each year, they generously award a single student in a business, finance, or entrepreneurship major. This year's Thrivent Scholarship goes to Victoria Sionisa. Victoria is a business transfer pathways major who is working on a bachelor's degree in business management. And our final community partners who have so generously given to the NHCC Foundation are the National Association of Women in Construction, who are a network for women in the field of construction. And joining us today as representatives of NAWIC, which is the acronym, the president of NAWIC is Jennifer Carlson, and her colleague Katie Murphy. Are you both here today? Yes? Thank you for joining us today.
Bernie's got you.
Got MAPA here. And it goes to...
We'll just talk about that one.
Let this one go.
There you go.
Okay, and then there's MAPA, which is the Minnesota Asphalt Pavement Association, whose mission is to serve their members by advancing the technology of asphalt pavement to their customers by providing technical assistance training and consultation. Joining us today from MAPA is their president, Abby Bryduck.
Abby didn't show.
Abby isn't? Okay.
Byron's here though.
Okay. And,
Medusu.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Medusu.
This is not...
Yep, then, yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, I got this. So, yeah, absolutely. So actually, Byron Perkins and Medusu Jawa are here today, and they're receiving the MAPA Awards. I'm sorry Abby was unable to make it, but that's okay. You guys can come up and take a photo, and I'll go ahead and read a little bit about Medusu. So Medusu is actually hoping to be a designated business official for a city, and she would like to return to actually teach courses. I've just had the pleasure of meeting Medusu recently, and she is incredible in her studies, and we are super proud that she received the MAPA Award. Abby Bryduck had indicated she was coming, but unfortunately they were unable to make it evidently, so. Yeah, absolutely. And Byron Perkins, nice job, my friend. Okay, so we have a number of generous donors who have specifically contributed to particular programs and majors at the college. These are major-specific programs, meaning business, accounting, we have construction management. The first award in the business, or excuse me, the specific major scholarship category is the Business Computer Systems Scholarship. My colleagues, I used to be an adjunct business faculty member, and my colleagues and I contribute to this regularly. And in this case, their recipient is Jera McIntosh. She is a business major. She wasn't able to join us today, I don't believe. We did our best to track everybody coming and going, but like I said, a few have been unable to make it. I know Jera had initially thought she'd come. She and her husband are in the process of acquiring a business. Really powerful story. She's got 4 children, and they're going to be running this business together. She came back at the age of 43 to be able to be with her husband and her children and get this degree so that they can do the business side of their kind of operations management piece. She told me it's incredible to return to school at the age of 43 and to show her 4 kids that you can go after any of your dreams, that it's absolutely never too late. So Jera, I know you couldn't make it, but we sure am honored to be able to give you that scholarship. And my colleague Dale will be back up here now.
Thank you, Troy. So the Charles Chuck Long Physical Science Scholarship was established for Charles Long, a former NHCC science faculty from 1971 to 1995. And their recipient, Alvina Chi, biology, plans to enroll in medical school after securing her 4-year degree. The Bradkey Waller Scholarship was established by our longtime math tutor, Dale Bradkey. And this year it is awarded to Zachary Hansen, who is majoring in astrophysics and will be securing his 4-year degree from the U of M.
Alvina's here.
All right. Yeah. Alvina's here. All right. Come on down.
I tell you folks, Alvina is, yeah, Delise, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Alvina. Okay. Oh, Delise? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Never mind. Alvina did not make it. Mistaken identity. I greeted her as Alvina before, and she said, oh, hi. It's hard to hear people through masks. So, very good. And so I'm honored to talk next about a new scholarship here at the campus. Good colleague and friend of mine, Dan Mason, he recently retired. He's art faculty here. He called me and he said, I want to honor my friend Lance Keelan. Lance was a great friend of both of ours. He was an art instructor. He died about a decade ago, but a wonderful, generous man. He was so warm and wonderful to me when I started in my first job here as an advisor to the college back in 2004. Dan called me and said, I want to set up a scholarship to honor my friend. So the Keeland Mason Scholarship is awarded this year to Miguel Zelaya Osorio. Miguel? I know you had indicated, there he is. He told me he was coming. So Miguel is getting his graphic design degree, and he had such an inspirational message. Miguel, I've got to read this. He says, I'm so excited to show my sister and my family that anything is possible. I was the first person in my family to graduate from high school, and now I'm going to graduate from college. After graduation, I would like to work in graphic design in any way possible. Miguel, we're honored to, and you're the very first award recipient of the Mason Keelan Scholarship.
Julie Zeminski is a longtime faculty member, former dean, and passionate daughter to Marie Zeminski. Her mom was a patron of the theater and the arts. And Callie Femright is an AFA transfer pathway who hopes to be a self-sufficient artist, however that looks. She's looking forward to the possibilities of commissions, creating her own products, or pursuing many different avenues that add up to a creatively fulfilling career. She plans to attend Moorhead University to finish her fine arts degree, and she is also planning to get her master's degree with a focus on painting.
Wonderful. Jane, I know you're here today. Jane Bassick. Jane, can you maybe wave or stand up? Jane, my friend Jane, wonderful studio arts faculty, just recently retired. And Jane came to me, and her friends came to me, and Dean Hendrickson came to me. They're sitting there together, and Kathy and I are always talking and always coming up with pretty cool ideas, because you're awesome. And so at any rate, Jane and Kathy and I talked about a arts fund, supply fund. So our students often struggle, right, because our faculty will have their course curriculum, if you will, and they have art supplies that are extra above the course fees. So Kathy and Jane put their heads together along with Jane's friends and contributed to this wonderful scholarship. We give this every single semester to students in need, and they get an award at the bookstore that will help them afford those supplies that are otherwise unattainable, right, because it's beyond the curriculum. And I don't know Jane, I know that Lana had said she wanted to come. Lana Vo is a recipient. Ella Christensen and then Melissa Zhang said they couldn't come, but it looks like we have somebody came. Is this Melinda? Lana? I got them all wrong. Oh, Ella. You know, I can't see in the mask. It's like a disguise almost. Clearly, I didn't have it right with Delise. So awesome. Ella Christensen is here, folks. Yes, and Jane, please. Oh my gosh, yes, Jane. Please, please. Yes. Yeah, a reminder to all donors and students, come up for your photo opportunity. So honored to have you here today, Jane.
You know, our campus is fortunate to have a world-class nursing program, and with it, a number of donors who want to benefit these programs. The generosity of the Testmans literally goes back to the beginnings of this college, when Eldon, as you were told earlier, first served on the foundation board, and where his wife Addie held nearly every job, position, or office on the campus as an employee for over 30 years. The Testmans give generously to 5 scholarships, including this one dedicated to Eldon's mom, Esther, who was a Dakota County public health nurse. You will hear of Eldon and Addie's other scholarships later in the program, but in honoring Eldon's late mom, Esther, the awards go to Miriam Bundy, who wants to be a registered nurse and later specialize in mental health, and Mohadissa Walji is here. Wonderful. And she will finish her associates in nursing at North Hennepin and then move on to Metro State University. In addition to getting her associate's degree, she would like to further her education and get a bachelor's, after which then moving on to get a job where she can be of service to society at large.
The Charlotte Howe and Keith L. Norby Endowed Scholarship is awarded every year either to an education student or a nursing student. This year it ended up being nursing. Chua Kang did contact me this morning and she was not feeling well, so unfortunately she can't join us. She's a pre-nursing and health sciences field broad major. Her dream is to one day become a forensic nurse or a sexual assault nurse examiner. And as Evelyn and Eldon, I know Eldon must have stepped out, but Evelyn Schmidt, he would know, was a longtime charter member of the NHCC Foundation. That is the next award that we have. And I don't know if Alex Kingsley Oliveras, yes, you're here. Wonderful, good. So Alex is a first-generation college student as well. That's a theme you're going to see in these scholarships, something that's I've noticed in the 15 years that I've been here. It's an incredible thing, and she wants to be a nursing major and aspires to be a registered nurse. She'll get her BSN and finally go on to graduate school to become a certified registered nurse anesthetist, which is a really hard word to say, but I think I did okay. Did I, Alex? Did I do all right on that? No? Kathy said I'm all right. Okay, good. That's good. Awesome. Alex, congratulations. Chua, so sorry you're not here with us. This is being filmed. Hopefully I can send it to her. We wish you well, and I hope that you recover quickly. And I'm going to welcome my colleague back up to the stage, Dale.
The Cynthia Pins Scholarship was established by her loving husband, Dwayne, who wanted her legacy as one of the elite NHCC nursing faculty to live on through a scholarship. This year, Emily Dalzell, a nursing major, receives the scholarship. She plans on being an operating room circulating nurse. Miriam Hazard was a longtime dean and nursing faculty member of the college, and her award goes to Amino Osman. Oh, couldn't be here today, but who will seek her BSN at the University of Minnesota and Mankato while studying for her license exam. In the future, she plans on becoming a nurse educator as a way to give back to society, and additionally working with Doctors Without Borders in developing countries.
Okay, and the college actually has 2 nursing scholarships. These are general scholarships. This year they're going to go to Antoinette Alotem Tezafor. She couldn't make it. She wants to be a psychiatric nurse practitioner. And Josh Dorr, Josh, I know you talked about coming, but I think I didn't see him today. He has decided, he is also a major nursing he decided he wanted to get into nursing because of life-changing events with loved ones. He said a number of his loved ones were sick and under some serious situations, and he realized in that moment he had a passion in caring for others. He plans to secure his 4-year degree and then start his position as well.
Chuck and Mary Jane Thompson also served on the NHCC Foundation Board and generously support nursing and health professions majors through scholarships, granting 4 student scholarships, including Megan Baird, a nursing major who wants to be a labor and delivery or postpartum nurse, Sabina Minop, a nursing major who plans on securing her BSN, and Linda Kalu, who is majoring in nursing and plans to transfer to Metro to continue her education.
We're almost through the nursing scholarships. There's a lot of them, 15 of them. So the Janice Hancock Nursing Memorial Scholarship, another lady I knew well, her husband established this for her, and their awardee is Regina. Regina is here. I see. No, not Regina. Okay. No. Okay. Regina Angaro. She's a nursing major going on for her bachelor's degree in nursing, but there is another scholarship awarded to nurses every year. This is a nurse, and now I gotcha. Yeah, I recognize you now, Angelica. So she is in the Student Nurses Association. This is called the Graduating Nurses Association Endowed Scholarship, and it goes to members of the Student Nurses Association, and Angelica Naibe Ray receives this year's award. Wonderful. Now this is a real honor to be able to talk about a brand new scholarship here at the campus. I have had the pleasure of being able to visit with Wayne Varner here, and we just recently met. We share a passion for fishing, so we talk lots of fishing. But he came to me here recently at North Hennepin and wanted to start a scholarship for the campus. His award awards 2 students $5,000. And we are very honored to have one of his recipients here today. I want to tell you a little bit about the Sharon Olson Varner Memorial Scholarship. It's in memory of Wayne's wife. And she was a daughter to Victor and Dolores Olson of Wilmer. Sharon spent most of her nursing career working in several hospital labor and delivery units, beginning in Minneapolis, but then going on to St. Barnabas Hospital, which became the Metropolitan Medical Center. For 28 years, that's a long time, Wayne, and that's inspiring to me. Sharon dedicated herself to labor and delivery nursing and was an incredibly caring professional that preferred the challenge of working with high-risk pregnancies over everything else as she worked at HCMC. Her husband, Wayne, has joined us today, and it's my honor to talk about this scholarship for Sharon, who unfortunately succumbed to non-Hodgkin's T-cell lymphoma August 13th of 2001. Wayne, I'm so honored that you could come here today to be here with us. And your recipient that is here today is Mohammed Abdi. And Wayne, I'm going to have you join us here at the stage and take a picture with Mohammed Abdi. Candy Kelja is the other recipient. She was unable to join us today. This happened so fast, and this is Wayne's generosity. He said to me, I want to award 2 $5,000 scholarships. We only met about a month ago. And you know, we made it happen. It was a little tight, so I'm sorry I don't have any photos to share of Candy, but you can see Mohammed here, and he was wonderful to show up today.
The Don Davis Law Enforcement Scholarship was established to help our law enforcement and criminal justice majors. The only such scholarship of its kind at NHCC. The recipient is Charlie Oribami. A criminal justice and law enforcement major who wants to be an advocate for those incarcerated wrongly and to be part of solutions to eradicating police and law enforcement brutality. He plans to transfer to Metro State University for his bachelor's degree. And Charlie also got the prestigious Racial and Social Justice Leadership Scholarship. Congratulations, Charlie.
The liberal arts faculty here at North Hennepin also established a scholarship for students to be sure that a liberal arts major is insured a scholarship every year. You've noticed we had nursing and business, construction management, building inspection technology, graphic design. This was one area we didn't have a scholarship, and our faculty stepped up to the plate, which was pretty cool. And this year, the recipient is Natalie Vargas. She's an aspiring elementary education teacher. She's not here today. She plans on transferring to a 4-year degree after her studies with us. And unfortunately, Natalie couldn't join us, so we'll move on here. I'm going to talk to you about all major scholarships. How important is this? That in addition to all of the scholarships you've heard today, we have donors that say to us, we want to give to any student. We are not going to stipulate how that looks. We are happy to support all students. And we're very fortunate to have those monies available to our students in any major. And I'm going to have Dale come back up and talk about one of our board members here that established that scholarship.
Yes. Kurt and Kelly Johnson are Brooklyn Park residents with no previous connection to NHCC. They lived in Brooklyn Park and wanted to support education, and NHCC was the lucky recipient of the Kurt and Kelly Johnson Financial Needs Scholarship. In fact, we even get the benefit of having Kelly's expertise as a current member of our board. Kurt and Kelly have given 2 scholarships this year benefiting Fred Nsango, a pre-nursing student who wants to gain new skills in the field to enable him to give back to the community by giving patients a desired care and dignity they deserve, and he will be getting his bachelor's degree from Metro State.
Yeah, so as I mentioned to you before, we aren't always able to get photos and whatnot. And Heather, I want to celebrate Heather Goodrue. I see her husband is here today. I recognize you from the photo. That's awesome, man. So her loving husband is here supporting her. I told you in the beginning how powerful this job is for me. Heather is a multiple-time recipient of scholarships here at the campus. She's also received a scholarship every single year that I've been here. Heather, fantastic work. We're so proud of you. So it is now my honor, another brand new scholarship that was established this year. You have already met Dr. Rolando Garcia, our wonderful president. And Dr. Garcia, I was inspired the moment this man stepped on the campus. he began contributing heartily to a number of causes in the foundation, but one of those causes is a scholarship. He and I had a wonderful conversation. His scholarship is actually awarded to a student who has 75% of their degree actually completed. His inspiration was to give them that catalyst to go that extra step, right? So many of our students are close or marginal, and I understand this as a college student and as a father. You know, sometimes you have to take a break, right, Kathy? You know, with your children or whatever life circumstance brings you. Dr. Garcia recognized that, and he saw that as a hole in our scholarship tapestry. So he has established a $1,500 scholarship, and he has been only here with us for a year. I'm inspired by you every day, Rolando. And I'm going to get emotional too, because he and I cry a little bit sometimes. We can be criers. It happens. It happens. So, and I'm probably feeling emotional because I know the student well, and I got to know her because she is she approached me through random acts of kindness and was really struggling. Lost her job at Honeywell. She called me, and we were able to award her a random acts of kindness grant. You guys heard about the COP Presidential Scholarship, and the COP family has been incredibly supportive. But that's why I'm a little bit emotional, Rolando, because Shanika was struggling. She lost her job. We were able to help her, and my gosh, what a wonderful surprise to be able to award her this scholarship. She was our top recipient, Shanika Marie Morris. Shanika, you're going to hear me because I told you I would send this to you, so I'm looking at you right now and telling you how proud I am of you. She is from Colorado, because the Honeywell was her employer. She ended up having to move from Minnesota when she lost her job. They transferred her to Colorado and then dropped her job. How awful is that? And that's probably why I'm feeling a little emotional about it, because it was a powerful story. So Shanika Marie Morris, is our scholarship recipient of what's called the EDGE Scholarship, Empower, Determine Growth to Excellence. That's all Rolando. That wasn't me. He came up with that beautiful name, and that is his scholarship recipient this year. And Shanika, we wish you could be here with us. We're cheering for you. I know you're struggling. I know you got 2 small children, but we're inspired by your story, and I want you to know that. And Dr. Garcia was so thrilled to be able to have this go to you. All right, composure, right? I'm back. So, 2 additional broad scholarships are awarded every single year to students, including what is called the Howard and Sonia Olson Endowed Scholarship. You met Jerry Sandvig and his scholarship. He and Howard were great friends and served on the board together and had a long history with the college. I am blessed to still interact with Sonia. His widow. Howard's been gone for a long time, but Sonia lives in Arizona and generously supports the scholarship every year, contributing a number of her funds. Howard was a founding member of the science faculty here, was named Educator of the Year in 1993, served 27 total years at North Hennepin Community College. Their award goes to Susan Baranga. I don't believe Susan is here today. She's a nursing major. She wants to become a registered nurse and will later continue her education to become an advanced practitioner's nurse. This next gentleman is here. I am also incredibly proud of Sanad. Sanad, I know I saw you earlier. Maybe you can wave to me to affirm. There he is. Thank you. I am starting to sweat this out that some students may or may not be here. So Sanad Jvihan. Sanad is an incredible student. He receives the Economics Faculty Success in Economics Scholarship Award. This is contributed by every single member of the economics faculty every single year through payroll deduction. Credible. And Sanad is actually studying English literature with his degree. He's looking to be an author or an international interpreter and translator. He's fluent in 2 languages, Arabic and English. And after NHCC, he looks to transfer to Metropolitan State to get his bachelor's degree. He also shared with me that he wants to get a master's at the U of M. He has been a regular volunteer in the foundation as well, just an incredible gentleman. And Sanad, I hope you won't be too dismayed that I have to share this with you. I'm compelled to share this. He is an incredible Michael Jackson impersonator. Yeah. he showed me the videos, and he's like pretty fantastic. So there you go. All right, and I'm going to welcome my colleague back to the stage here, Mr. Dale Faegre.
Maybe we should have Snod do a moonwalk for us, huh? Oh, NHCC has 2 scholarships devoted to students who have participated regularly in community service, including the Idalia Tiloso Endowed Scholarship. Idalia was the NHC's first Dean of Instruction. Her recipient, Sophia Walls, is a nursing major who wants to become an emergency room registered nurse or a critical care registered nurse. And Thomas Stahl is a current instructor at NHCC teaching in academic development, and we are so happy to have Thomas here. He's right over here to meet his recipient. Come on up, huh? Come on up, Thomas. Abshir Mohammed, a business transfer pathway student who moves on to Hamlin University next year to pursue a bachelor's degree in accounting. And as they make their way up here to get their picture taken.
Congratulations. Congratulations. The campus is blessed to have so many donors that are faculty and staff at the college. I've known Mr. Stahl for a number of years. We served together when I was service learning director for the college in the Student Success Program. Tom, I'm inspired by you every day with your commitment. He also does this through payroll deduction. Generosity unbound, and he is actually first a academic development instructor here for the college. So thank you, Tom, for being here. Abshir, congratulations again. And in that note, with faculty and staff generously contributing, I'm going to ask Vicki DeFord, our Human Resources Director, to come up along with her wonderful mother, Evelyn. The Chuck Guthrie Memorial Scholarship was their vision. It's to honor Chuck, a veteran, and a beloved family member. Oh, okay. Jan is completing her Associates of Science in Education. Then we'll go on to St. Cloud State University to complete a BES with an SPED. Oh my gosh, the acronyms. Maybe Jan will tell us what those all mean, I don't know. But it's an emphasis with an ABS graduate certificate and ABS licensure. Jan was pretty inspiring to me as well. She has 4 children, is also a returning adult learner, and she wants to become a special education teacher because of her journey. And she wonderfully received the Chuck Guthrie Memorial Scholarship. Round of applause for Jan.
Sharon Johnson was a former assistant to the Associate Dean of Students who tragically passed away in a car accident at a very young age. Her family and friends established her scholarship, which is helping Genevieve Huff this year, who is a computer science major who wants to become a graphic design-based software engineer. Her plans after NHCC are to continue her education and secure a Bachelor of Science. Is she here? No? Okay, she's not here today. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Before I get to the next award here, we just noticed Lana Vo stepped in. And Lana, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'd love to have Jane come up and take a photo. Lana is the other recipient of the Jane Bassick Art Supplies Fund. So we'd absolutely love to have you take a photo if that fits. They're visiting. That's pretty good, right? Donor and recipient, that's what this is about. So I'm going to keep talking, but eventually they might come up for a photo opportunity. So, oh, here they are. Good. As mentioned before, Addie and Eldon Tessman are generous benefactors of North Hennepin Community College. There are now a third and fourth scholarship that I'd like to talk about honoring. The first one is Eldon's late wife, June. I knew her as well. Wonderful lady. And the other scholarship is the June Tessman Larry Finch Scholarship. We were so happy when Eldon and Addie got married after June's passing, and Addie and Eldon set up a scholarship to honor both their spouses. In Addie's case, it was Larry Finch, another wonderful man. That particular scholarship this year is going to Caitlin Gutierrez Hernandez, and I know, Caitlin, you had indicated you were here. Yes, there she is. Wonderful. Caitlin, come on up. She's a nursing major as well, wants to be a nurse practitioner and go on to her master's. Her plans after NHCC is to work as an RN for a year or two, then get her master's in nursing. And also, Catherine Hong received this award, and she's a communications major. Her career ambition to aid and assist communication to make diversity as diverse as possible, along with helping as many people as she can, whether that's through PR or finance, giving the people the ability to retire one day and not have to stress about income and assistance.
William Hewitt is a former math instructor at NHCC. He and his wife, Sandra, wanted to honor William Bill A. Hewitt, a brother to Harlan and Bob, also a former math faculty member at NHCC. Their recipient is Alicia Tomaszek, double majoring in environmental science and political science. Her career ambition is to work for the DNR, Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, or the Peace Corps. She'd like to participate in environmental advocacy at the legislative level to promote solutions to the climate crisis. Alyssa also receives the prestigious Emerging Leader Scholarship established by former NHCC President Dr. Barbara McDonald and her husband David. She plans to attend the University of Minnesota to pursue a bachelor's in environmental science and policy management. Is Alyssa here today? No?
So you'll see a pattern here about faculty and staff. Our former CFIO, Stephen Kent, who now works for Hamline University, had set up a couple of scholarships, the Jacor Scholarship and 8 Club Scholarship. This benefits this year the Jacor Scholarship, and I've had the pleasure of meeting Delise. Delise, come on up. Delise Dinanga Muku Uya has received the Jacor Scholarship this year. Delise, I hope I did your name justice. I tried. A pre-nursing AA major who wants a career that aligns with her passion for wanting a cure for people. After NHCC, she plans to go to medical school. And also Ian Quigley, who could not join us, got the Jacor Scholarship. I have to share, Delise, that I had just the wonderful memory of the summer when you reached out. Delise is a brand new student to the campus, and she called me a number of times on different issues. Such a pleasure. She brought her father, who does not speak English at all, and her brother, and I just was in awe as she translated to her father, and her father just listened attentively. Her other native language is French, and it was just inspiring to watch them interact and the joy that your father was looking and seeing in you. Yeah, it's emotional again. Here I go again. You're gonna make me cry. Thanks, Delise.
The Racial and Social Justice Leadership Scholarship was established in the aftermath of the George Floyd tragedy in Minneapolis by leaders of various divisions at NHCC. As mentioned earlier, Charlie Orba Misi, yes? I'm working on it. Charlie was one of this year's recipients, along with Phaedra Goff, who is a psychology major and intends to go on for a bachelor's degree. We also have several scholarships that uniquely go to students that are veterans, returning adult learners, or in unique programs like TRIO or Phi Theta Kappa.
Okay, so the TRIO programs are among some of the most popular here at the campus. We're blessed to have former advisor Alice Peterson here. Alice, you and I go way back. She has a phenomenal career, and I tell you, Alice, people still come up to me and talk to me about it. It's true. It's true, because you had that sort of impact on students. It's just inspiring, and I am inspired by Alice every single day, and her daughter, Ashley, is here. Ashley Peterson DeLuca is here, and I am also inspired by you, Ashley, because you set the scholarship up for your mom as kind of a retirement gift, sort of. And this wonderful endowed scholarship, the Alice Peterson Endowed Scholarship, is being awarded this year to our student, Kendria Friday, who is not here today. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry, yep. Yeah, we got a little ahead of ourselves. We have 2 TRIO scholarships. My apologies. Jessica Little is here. Jessica, come on up. Alice, Ashley. I get too caught up in sometimes in the story. We do have another TRIO scholarship to talk about, and that did go to Kendria Friday. But first of all, we're going to bask in the moment of Jessica Little here, receiving Alice's wonderful scholarship. Let me tell you a little bit about TRIO. Its mission is to increase retention, transfer, and graduation rates of eligible students by helping them to recognize their strengths, develop skills, and achieve academic goals. The college is very fortunate to have 2 scholarships that are TRIO focused. This first one, of course, Alice Peterson, going to Jessica Little. The second, the donor is also here, and that is Amy Keniston. And Amy has the Christopher Hakel Award. It's Amy's son, Christopher, who was a former TRIO student. The Christopher Hakel Endowed Scholarship was created to honor his memory, a former NHCC student. As I mentioned, Kendria Friday is getting that award this year. We're really blessed to have Amy here with us today, along with Dan, her husband. And I never knew Christopher, but I've heard so many inspiring stories about him. What a generous soul he was. He changed lives, because I peripherally was aware of him because he was in tutoring, and I know that he navigated some of those channels with my colleague Joe Crow. And we're really honored to have you here today with us. I wish Kendria could have made it. I reached out to her, and she did have a conflict. But and then I believe Sarah is here, Franzen, and you're a family friend, right? Sister, okay. An alum. Oh, Sarah, we got to talk. It's my other title, right? Yeah. I'd love to do a coffee break with you, a little plug, shameless plug. We do the NHCC Alumni Coffee Break, and we do interviews, so I would love to do that. So Amy, Dan, Sarah, thank you so much for being here today, and we're so honored that you joined us. Oh, it's okay. That's how we got it jumbled. That's okay. Now we know it. Jessica, there you are. Again, we have a second picture. That's pretty cool. So Dale's back.
Barbara Mantini was a former PTK advisor and Spanish faculty member at NHCC, and her son Dave carries on the family tradition as a music and band instructor for the campus. This year's Barbara K. Mantini PTK Endowed Scholarship goes to Piper Sjogren. Piper? Piper is a music major who aspires to be a band teacher and is going to transfer to Augsburg University.
Wonderful. Okay, we're going to do the speed round here. I got to get Dr. Garcia off to his next event. So So here we go. Paul Wellstone was a famous U.S. Senator. Our former President, Ann Winnie, a great friend of his, she actually was in the legislature with him. She established the Paul and Sheila Wellstone International Endowed Scholarship. This year's recipient, Trung Lee, I know Trung can't be here with us today. He wants to go into biology and intends to go to Bemidji State afterwards. And that actually will now conclude the photo opportunity part. So Dr. Garcia, we were right on time here, so that's fantastic. And we're going to keep going on. Dr. Garcia, we'll let you get to your next event here. And I appreciate you being here today so much. I want to talk a little bit about a couple of other scholarships. Again, I mentioned to you that we could not reach every student always to be here today. Not always able to get photo opportunities from them, but I do want to honor every student that receives a scholarship at the campus. Wayne, actually, Varner is I found out this happy memory, that Craig Annis, a former high school classmate of yours, and I got to talk to Craig yesterday, and I mentioned that I had mentioned Wayne, and I found out they went to high school together. So that's pretty cool. But Craig is also offering a scholarship here. The Craig R. and Ann R. Annis Scholarship went to Melinda Cisse. We also have an exercise science annual scholarship that goes to Quandre Van this year. Quandre could not make it as well. Exercise science is financed by our exercise science faculty. The International Student Scholarship went to Kumba Jayeta, and that is also funded by our faculty. And finally, my good friend Ashwin Medea, and Ashwin, this is being filmed, he and I valiantly tried to connect because I didn't want to not do his mother's name justice. We were to, I was going to try to pronounce this, but we never were able to connect. So the Ashwin Medea Scholarship is in honor of his mother. This year's recipient, Selena Vang. So, in saying all of that, we're going to honor the Minnesota Workforce Scholarship recipients really quickly. The Minnesota Workforce Scholarship recipients, it's from the state legislature. Basically, they want to reward students that are in high-demand career professions like computer science, exercise science, and health sciences. So the legislature will give a student up to $5,000. They can qualify for 2 awards. This year, you will see all of our awardees there. Those in purple represent that they got a foundation scholarship and also a Minnesota Workforce Scholarship. And you can see there's a lot of purple up there. So we are very proud of all of those recipients for being able to get those awards as well. And in saying all of that, we're to closing remarks. We're starting to get a kind of a cleared out room. I'm sorry this went a little long, but it's an honor to be able to talk about every student, to talk to donors, and it's a joy and privilege for me as a scholarship director for the campus to be able to be here to talk and celebrate this achievement with all of you. I want to thank all donors for your philanthropic vision, to the students for your hard work, your perseverance, and commitment to making the world a better place, and to the faculty, staff, and administrators of the campus for your support in more ways than I could possibly count. I look forward to next year's reception. Remember, a brand new application season opens February 11th, 2022, and will extend until May 14th of 2022. So I encourage all recipients today to reapply for scholarships, where another $300,000 in scholarship monies will be available to the amazing students at North Hennepin Community College. Everyone be safe. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Thank you for being here.